All right. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. We'll just wait a few moments to allow people to enter and join us on today's call, which will be Biohacking with Healy, something I'm very excited to be sharing with you all today. So while you are tuning in, maybe go ahead and pop in where you're tuning in from, how long you've been using Healy, and maybe let me know if you know what the term biohacking means. Hi, Lynn. Welcome to the call. Thank you for joining. We'll just wait a few more moments to let people come in and join us on the call today. I am really excited to do this presentation. I did this presentation last weekend in Canada for Healy Canada's 1-year anniversary. And so I was really excited to be able to share it with the rest of the Healy field. So I'm going to go ahead and start my presentation for this afternoon. Now, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I'll check it every so often and answer it my best I can. If I can't, we'll make sure to get these answers for you guys at another time, okay? So I'm Colette Schnabel, and prior to Healy, I've told my story many times, but just a little recap. Prior to Healy, I didn't know anything about frequencies, let alone believe in like what energy is. So I've been with Healy for just a short 3 years. Seems like a long time, but 3 years is not that long to see how much I've actually changed and accomplished in that amount of time. And when I got into Healy, I wanted to know all about it, know all about what frequencies are and how to use them, how to apply them to my life. And so I did. I just started playing around with this device. Excuse me. And I found out that Healy is pretty much like the ultimate biohacking tool. So if you haven't already, please put in the chat if you know what the term biohacking means, because I didn't know. I didn't know at all. But basically, biohacking is anything that we do to optimize our lives, to increase our longevity, to support us in reversing biological age, to help us expand our consciousness, to help us maintain better mental clarity. Anything that we're doing in our life just to feel better, right? That is biohacking. Welcome everyone that's coming into the call. Thank you so much for joining us today. And so when I started to realize the tool that I had access to, I knew people had to know about this. And so I actually took Healy to some of the major biohacking conventions nationwide. And I had someone at one point tell me, he did an analysis on this thing that showed up on his computer, and he showed me and my energy levels after working a conference for 3 days straight, and it showed the joule amplitude that I still had within inside my body. And he said, don't be fooled by how small Healy is. It is one of the most accurate and powerful frequency devices that are out there. And I was like, thank you so much. Thank you for coming over here. Now who wants a Healy, everybody? So today I'm really excited to share with you some of my favorite programs, maybe some programs you're not aware of, how they can assist you in different ways, all things with Healy, MagHealy, and down to our vibrational databases as well. Now, when I did these biohacking conferences, leading up to it, I'm thinking, okay, people are going to want to, be stronger, right? They're going to be really all about their fitness. They're going to be all about supplements. But what was one of the most important things I feel people really wanted to work on first? And that was their mind, and that was expanding their consciousness. So when I start talking about biohacking and helping people see how Healy is the ultimate biohacking gift, because you can't have the best body, you can't feel and move the best if this isn't at its optimal prime, right? So I believe that biohacking should start with our mind. And I said this quote before, and we're going to talk about it again right now, from Nikola Tesla, that everyone should consider his body a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all, a marvelous work of art of indescribable beauty and mystery beyond human conception, so delicate that a word, a breath, a look, nay, a thought may injure. And I love that because the Kitty's saying that it's like, it's so delicate, our life and things that impact us. And so that we have to, for me, really clearing out up here to really start advancing and becoming the frequency of the person who I wanted to be my whole life. So let's go on. Excuse me, I just got a sip of water. Okay, so Healy programs for the mind. We all like to suggest people to start with the gold cycle anyway when they're starting with Healy. And so if someone's wanting to start with Healy and to start with their mind, I would suggest starting with balance and release, right? Balance, it says right here, the fine balance of various bodily systems is very important to our well-being and health. The balance program refers to bioenergetic harmony. It is an ideal program for deep bioenergetic harmonization of the overall energy field. So basically, everything for us in this program is working on the whole system, bringing to balance. And release. I love release because release can be either a physical thing within the body, or it can be maybe I'm just playing that incident on repeat in my mind, right? And I just want to shed it. I want to just release, let go. I run this program. I said it right there. I release it, right? So release. I love release and balance when I am wanting to focus on clearing and centering my mind. Okay. The mental balance programs. Now, when I tell my story, how I got into Healy and why I got Healy because I was living in chronic pain. And I didn't realize all the other amazing things that were going to happen in my life because I was consistent using frequencies and trying different sets of different frequency programs to bring me to balance. And I want to say about 3 months into my journey into Healy is when I started to noticing the things start changing mentally for me. And these are some of my most favorite programs that I really truly feel have helped me just grow and move past so many things that held me back throughout my entire life, whether that be emotional blockages, memories, things like that. So first of all, the inner strength systemic. I really love that one. It says it right there. It's for self-confidence or feeling uncertain or insecure. Well, I was a person before that had a lot of insecurities. And so a program right there that's a help to support you when you're feeling insecure. Wellbeing soul, it's helping you in developing new habits. Well, when you get into the world of frequencies, right? It's a habit. It's a habit to make the change, to constantly be supporting yourself. And so Wellbeing Soul is a great one for whatever endeavors you are starting to take, whether it's you're just starting with Healy or you're trying to take on something new, a new habit in your life and make it habitual, using Wellbeing Soul to help center you and guide you on that way. And then emotional well-being. This, I feel, is my power program. I feel that this one truly has helped me the most. Energetic harmonization when you feel emotionally blocked. And I feel this is one that just started to remove the veil and allowed me to really start embracing the frequency of the person who I wanted to be. You ran these programs this morning. Wonderful. Yay. And yes, guys, so if at any point when I start to talk about some programs, go ahead, put in the chat how you're using them. Maybe there's one that I've missed that you want to add something you want to share so everyone else knows your experience. Please share that in the chat. All right, the soul cycle. This is like my new ooey gooey best friend program group. I love the soul cycle. For those of you that are here with us today, please put a 1 in the chat if you are using the soul cycle programs. So first of all, acceptance, right? Accepting who we are, where we are in life, right? We can't keep yearning and yearning or living in the past. Oh, this was why I was like this. This is this who I am today. But we need to accept of where we are to be able to keep growing. So acceptance, I love that. Burden, whew, man, I've been that program has probably been run a lot for me in the past 6 or so months. But energetic support for releasing burden, when just if you're feeling heavy in your life, if there's some stressful things happening, lots of things are just presenting themselves, burden, allow it to ease its way and make progress through. And then self-confidence, confidence. So I spoke a couple of weeks ago about when I was sharing with people of how I host events. I love to host events. I love to get out there and share this amazing product that we have. But leading up to things, I still get nervous, right? I still can be like, oh, Colette, why are you doing this? You're not qualified enough. I still get those feelings in my mind. So I use these programs leading up to, right? Self-confidence, confidence, right? I use them a lot as I'm gearing up to things that typically I might have held myself back from in the past. Excuse me. Okay. And then the next thing that I noticed a lot inside the biohacking community was people wanting to tap into higher consciousness, right? There's lots of meditation and breath work, everything that we can do to center ourselves. So these programs are geared more towards, working into your meditation practice, concentration, the concentration programs that are inside learning, right? When you start meditating, focusing on, oh, grab that itch. No, don't itch that, right? Or, ooh, sparkles, something taking your mind off to another thought process here, there, right? So concentration, using the frequencies to help settle your mind. I like those a lot. Pure calm and deep H. It should contribute to inner peace, emotional and spiritual balance. If that doesn't sound like a beautiful meditation frequency program, I don't know what else does. Well, besides coherence, we know that that's a beautiful program group that we do for meditation. I do want to point something out because someone asked me this question. So here at Pure Calm, this also is stated in the frequency descriptions in our manual. So it says, caution, do not use SP6 or K5, K6 stimulation during bleeding. So this pertains to if you're choosing to use the microcurrent electrode stickers on those acupressure points. So it's just stating not to use that there if you are bleeding or if you're throughout your cycle. Okay. And then we have our general protection program, mental. Energetic harmonization of the bioenergetic field for the mind. So that would be a great program to use with your coil as well. So that's a good one that you could be doing during meditation. I spoke about coherence, and maybe some of you have had the opportunity to ever join us on one of our global coherence meditations. Anyone on the call ever done that? Go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. Let's see. Being, let's get back to those gold programs, right? We know how amazing the gold programs are. So using how the balance is more for the body, being is more for our soul. So and it helps you during life's turmoils, right? So you can use the being program to help center yourself and relax. Wellbeing soul, which is in our mental balance programs, it's helping you develop new habits. You spoke about that. And then the mind program inside of Wellbeing, it has the solfeggio frequencies inside that really works on our conscious and subconscious mind and its vitality. So the mind program is a really beautiful program to be using. And conflict balance inside the power of 3. Conflicts can cause emotional, mental, and physical stress. In our experience, not only bioenergetic, but also the physical field can react to stressors by hidden and permanent conflicting process. This program is designed to harmonize these conflicts on different levels. So I pulled that in there because I felt that, while people are meditating, while they are elevating their frequency, utilizing that to help more on the physical aspects as well. I'm glad that you had the opportunity to come on to that global meditation that we've had. They are really beautiful. I really love those ones. We should get back to doing them more often. Now, biohacking the body. Dr. Will Cole, maybe some of you know who he is. He's a functional medicine doctor, pretty big in the biohacking scene. And he stated the other day, you can't heal a body you hate, and you can't obsess your way to health, and you can't shame your way to wellness. So as moving from the mind, working on feeling and believing and getting as high frequency as we can up here. Now let's move and transition into the body. Stress. Woo-wee. I don't think any of us can raise our hands and say we live a stress-free life, because there's just too many things out there that are causing stress on us, right? From your day-to-day life, from even the chemicals that are out there, from EMF, everything is causing a form of stress in our life. And we know what physically stress does to our body, but it also can change our emotional states, the way we react to people. So we have so many programs that can help benefit us and bring us back to states of balance when we are feeling heightened moments of stress in our lives. Extreme tension. Basically that's, it says it right there. When you're feeling so stressed, so much tension, please use extreme tension. And then in the learning programs, we have stress systemic and stress acute. So for those of you that might not know the difference between systemic and acute is when you would most definitely be using the microcurrent frequencies. Things that are systemic, they can be used with the coil. And again, reminder for that is the ones that can be used with coil or microcurrent, say IMF, because they are customized frequencies for you in that moment. So that stress systemic is going to be made for you exactly what you need to help balance you when you're having heightened stress. And then the stress acute, which must be used with microcurrent because it's a set frequency. So only one, I don't know how many, but there are certain frequencies that are in this that work exactly for stress, okay? So that's the difference when we see IMF and no IMF, or when they say acute, okay? Balanced nerves, probably my most go-to frequency program. Balanced nerves, for me, in my personal experience, I use anytime I am on stage, anytime I'm getting up and hosting a talk, presentation. Actually, I don't have anything running today, but typically that's the program that I use. So coming in to Healy, I already had a bit of a background in network marketing, but I knew I wanted to be a leader. I wanted to be a leader. I wanted to be here where I am today, right? And so by knowing I wanted to do that, I had to push myself. And so starting to host my own Zooms, starting to host my own events, I had to push back this stress, this anxiety that they would give me shakes, make me have red in my body. And so I tried so many different programs. Like I would try the throat chakra, because when I would get on Zooms, I would call it this volcano neck. It would like just creep, 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 and I was so red around my neck. So I tried like the throat chakra to see if that would help. No, that wouldn't help. And then finally I found Balanced Nerves. Balanced Nerves is the program that I just feel everything just slides away, and I'm able to focus and clearly be able to talk and confidently be able to talk as well. I also use Balanced Nerves anytime I'm flying on the airplane. So if you are one of those people who are white knuckle on the airplane, run Balanced Nerves and see how you feel after that. Sure. I'll make sure. Sharon has asked if I can, excuse me, state where these are found. I'm sorry if I kind of have been doing that and then I'm stopping. So, balanced nerves, anything in these dark purple here and extreme tension are in job sleep. Job sleep, excuse me. And the green is learning. All right. And the gold cycles here. All right. So then, and I'll continue to do that as I go on. Thank you for reminding me. Fatigue. Fatigue, obviously, when you are stressed, sometimes you are exhausted, and that just moves forward into the next two ones. So we have fatigue, exhaustion systemic, and exhaustion acute. Again, all great programs to support you when feeling stressed. And then relax and release in the gold cycles. And even in digital nutrition. So for those of you who have digital nutrition or a professional model, you have exhaustion in digital nutrition that can help support you that way as well. Healy programs for anti-aging. So first of all, this right column here, all of these are coming from the skin and beauty programs. Okay, so aging is the first one. It's helping harmonize the bioenergetic field of expressions, right? Supporting us that way. And then we have skin harmony local, that's physically, so putting the microcurrent on with the electrodes or the wristbands to help support the bioenergetic field of the actual skin cells. And then skin harmony, bioenergetic field support of the skin. So you can use programs like that. Connective tissue and circulation. As we age, we also need to keep supporting that. And so we can have the production of more collagen. So running programs like connective tissue and circulation. I mean, I know I'm in my mid-30s. I have no problem saying that. And I have cold feet every night I go to sleep. So I use the microcurrent program for circulation. Sometimes when they're really bad, I'll put the wristbands, I'll use the wristbands and support myself getting my circulation running so my feet aren't so cold when I go to sleep at night. Hi, Izzy. Please, Renata's asked me, please, could you explain again when we could use the coil and when not? Of course. So first of all, as a reminder, Healy has suggested we only do 3 microcurrent programs a day, whether that's the sticker electrodes or the wristbands, okay? So personally, I am specific on what I'm choosing my microcurrent programs for, whether that is something for anti-aging, okay? If I'm wanting to physically go in and speak to my cells on a cellular level, that is when I'm using the microcurrent. So I only get 3 a day, so I got to pick and choose which ones I want. And then anything else throughout the day, I would use my coil. But there are specific programs that are for the coil and that are not for the coil. So if we go back here and we look at stress systemic and it has an IMF, IMF means it's individualized microcurrent frequencies. And so those programs are customized to you every single time you use it. Okay, it's different. If you were using the stress systemic and I use it at the same time, we were going to be getting different frequencies. Now, if you have one that does not have that small IMF in the corner, like stress acute, and most acute programs, exhaustion acute doesn't have it as well, that is when you will use only microcurrent, because these are set frequencies that have been tested by the Medical Advisory Board, that they are known to work for those exact things of what they're stating inside that microcurrent program. Okay, I hope that was a good explanation for you guys. And then again, working more for the anti-aging, the connective tissue digital nutrition and amino acids digital nutrition. Now, I just want to take a minute, and because I didn't do a slide on digital nutrition, but I mean, like I said, we have the ultimate biohacking tool because we have access to support ourselves on all levels. And so digital nutrition, it's 6 pages, 72 microcurrent programs to support you in any of your needs for digital nutrition. They're mixtures of different vitamins and minerals, all right? And Also, if you already are taking supplements to support yourself and then you use the digital nutrition microcurrent frequencies as well, you are only enhancing the bioavailability of these from the supplements and from the frequencies into the body. Now, I've known this from doing lots of other shows and things like that, that even if you have the highest grade of supplement, you're only really receiving about 35% of the bioavailability in that supplement. So supporting yourself with the frequencies of what you're looking to use as well is extremely important. So support yourself both with the frequencies and supplements is a great way to biohack. All right. We have a whole program group for anti-aging, the Bioenergetic Vitalization. So, I mean, we have a whole program group for it. I personally love the pineal gland program inside this. I might even run it before bed sometimes. I love that one a lot. And same with the tissue and tissue harmony, bone harmony. I mean, we even have youth, all of them. I mean, I run them all. It's hard to choose, but just so you all know, this is the whole program group is here for anti-aging. And I also kind of want to point out to you guys that a lot of the program groups that I'm talking to you about that support in this whole mindset, stress, anti-aging, digital nutrition, all of this is all in our professional model, okay? So ultimate biohacking tool to have access to all of these things I'm showing you would be the professional model. And luckily for us here in America, it's 50% off. So hopefully after this call, it's going to help you guys get a better idea of who you can talk to and share the Healy professional model. Sleep. We all need to work on our sleep. Okay. I don't know how many of you are guilty of this, but I'm going to raise my hand right now. And it is something that I'm working hard on, is being more strict and it not so much strict, right? It's giving myself the grace to sleep. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, mostly solo parenting. My husband's gone all the time. And then running your own business, right? And then having your own time. So staying up a little too late, maybe watching, maybe scrolling, or getting up first thing looking at your phone. All of this messes up our circadian rhythm, messing up the quality of sleep that we're having. So using programs like Sleep Systemic and Balanced Sleep and sleeping. Well, so these first three are all in the sleep programs, and then this is in Bioenergetic Defense, the sleeping program, but using these to support yourself on sleep. And then the bed rest, it helps support your relaxed mood as well, helping assist and balance your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous system. So utilize these and allow yourself to have good sleep. I'm trying to really allow myself to sleep more, Colette. Enjoy your sleep. It's a constant reminder. Okay. For the body, let's move into the body now. Okay. Mark Eshmike said one time that if he could only run one, choose one program, what would it be? Can you guys guess what he said it would be? Put that in the chat and I'll answer in a second. So the body, we have so many frequency programs that can actually support our body. So I kind of chose things on a simple level for us. Defense, right? Working on a defense system. The bioenergetic support. So that is in our bioenergetic bioenergetic boost groups. And so that's like next to the coherence. And then the defense is in bioenergetic harmony 1. And then we have our meridians here, circulation and lymphatic system. So making sure those things are being able to move, things are moving through the body, right? Those are important, very important things to be moving within our body. Cell harmony, actually supporting our cells and our cell membrane. And by supporting that, it allows us to utilize and receive these frequencies so much better. Doc Steve says it's good for your vagus nerve, bed rest. Absolutely. Yes, I love bed rest. Sleep is, Mala, I think that's what you're saying for Marcus. And Izzy, you're correct. Kidney. He said that if he could only run one program, it would be kidneys. They are our battery, our life force within our body. So running these kidney, male, female, these are in our deep cycle programs, deep cycle H, if you have that. So you'll find these there. And also it's showing you that you can use these on the acupuncture points. So it's saying that this is inside the foot, ankle, and you can find a picture of that online if you need. So really getting more to the source as well. And, you know, they state this in some of the other programs, but, you know, you can do that on anything with the microcurrent, especially in the meridians. If you have studied, or maybe you've Googled online to learn where the different acupressure points are for different meridians and what they support and do, utilize your Healy that way with the sticky electrodes supporting you on those levels too. You do listen. All right. Biohacking your fitness. I love this. So, I love biohacking our fitness because, first of all, it's a easy physical thing that people will notice straight away. All right. So first, preparation for working out, muscle harmony, or circulation, right? Making sure things are flowing before you start lifting or running or whatever it is you're going to be doing. Performance, strength, stamina, depending on the type of workout you're going to do, there's different frequencies for that. And I know that it's not necessarily the easiest to work out with your straps on if you're going to be, could be, you know, resistant and pulling you back. So the coil works great for fitness. And even like I run some of the programs, and because, you know, the Healy knows when we've had enough, right? It turns off. It can tell when we've had enough frequencies, right? Because it's constantly reading us at all times. So I can actually tell when a program finishes, if it finishes before my workout has been done. I'm like, oh, it literally is like my battery, like just like shut off. I'm like, well, no. So I'll go back and I'll turn it back on. Because I'm using my coil mostly. So I'll turn it back on to give me that last little bit of boost to finish out my workout. Dr. Carolyn McMakin actually states in her book, The Resonance Effect, plugging in or using microcurrent frequencies within the first 20 minutes after exercise, you will have faster regeneration, you'll be less sore. And I've used, and I swear by this, I'm telling you. So for me, it kind of depends if I'm using regeneration or renewal. If it's been more of like a real heavy set day, lifting some heavy weights, or I really just push myself to the limit, I'm using renewal. I personally feel that that's much better support for me in my biohacking with fitness programs after working out. But we also have, and that's in Deep Cycle H, the gray one here, but everything else is inside your fitness programs. The Wellbeing program group. So these are add-ons as well. So this is a great way to upsell and support your new customers or members coming through. And there's actual protocols that you can do for a well-being group. Because remember, biohacking, it's not just the physical body. They're wanting to work on their body, mind, and spirit. And boom, we have it right here. So whether they run the program body on Monday, mind on Wednesday, spirit on Friday, so you can help support people in starting their biohacking journey by using this type of program group. The Natural Cycles by Nuno Nina. What does it do? It keeps us aligned with the cycles of the sun, moon, and earth, instead of us struggling with it, right? Keeping us in cycle. This is another great way to use as an upsell and to support your downline and your community in people who wanting to biohack and stay all things aligned. Now let's get into the MagHealy, okay? So these are the classic programs, and these can, again, they can go physically on the body. So we have cell harmony, regeneration, vitality, right? That's one of the main things most people want when they're biohacking, more vitality, better sleep, balance within the body, the whole being, positive mood. We have things to support the spherics of the Earth's atmosphere, pressure, right? From external or internal pressure. That can be talking up here or physically from the outside, right? So the classic program right there, right? So if that's the initial way to support somebody with MagHealy is getting them a class. And these are just some of the great ways you can support them in biohacking. The atmosphere programs, all right? So we have ones for working out, stress, coherence, energy, electrosensitivity, which I think that's a really great one to be using. There's so much out there. I mean, I don't know about you, but I know many people who, want to make things smart this, smart that. What does that do? It also enhances the EMFs that are out there. So supporting the atmosphere with electrosensitivity frequencies with MagHealy, relaxation, holistic health, sleep. I mean, it's all here in these atmosphere programs that we can use. And I love the atmosphere programs because they can stay on the charger at night and support you all night long because they're infinity programs. They're not a set time. MagHealy Water. All right, people. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many people on the call have a MagHealy, but when I got my MagHealy, I was like, MagHealy Water now, and this, I gotta try this and this. I love MagHealy Water. And I was like flying high on frequencies. But then I learned that less is still more when it comes to the frequency water too. I was finding out, like, why am I still so dehydrated? Because you still receive the frequencies. And so it is creating change. Okay. So you can't just only be drinking frequency water. We have frequency water for detoxing before stress. If you are prepared to be going into a stressful situation, enough to know you're going into a stressful situation, have some water for before going into stress, after stress. Your bioenergetic defense ones, sleep, nutrition transport. I love this one. Maybe, have that in the morning before if you do choose to take supplements or you have a shake or a smoothie, right? Making sure you're receiving all that. Your kidneys, vagus harmony. I love vagus harmony, skin harmony, mental clarity. Probably one of my favorite waters to drink. And I've actually, nerd alert right here. I sit and time to see how quickly I notice the mental clarity, go whoosh. And I think before I felt it within 28 seconds. Don't quote me. But now if you guys have a MagHealy, please go and do your mental clarity test. Find me on Facebook and let me know how quickly you noticed a change. Cell harmony, bioenergetic regeneration. I mean, this isn't even all of the water programs, guys. I'm only choosing specific ones, okay? And then we have fasting, morning, noon, and evening. I personally like to use these a lot, especially if I'm cleansing, right? Maybe you're having some die-off symptoms, some cravings are kicking in. I have found in my experience, the fasting water really helps those things subside. Just my personal experience. Just reading the chat, guys. Yeah, the fasting waters are incredible, right, guys? And I didn't here because it's not biohacking, but my other favorite water is the plant water because I love my plants. So you can biohack your plants too, guys. McMakin. So I mean, all of her programs, they're tested, right? Because those are the set frequencies, because it's 2 frequencies being delivered at once. So these are tested by Dr. McMakin. So any of them, but I specifically chose after exercise, skin harmony, thalamus harmony, vagus harmony, sleep, brain harmony, detox, and kidney harmony. I love the kidney harmony of hers. Oh my gosh, 92 minutes. If you have time, just relax and put that on because I love how the MagHealy gets warm so I can move it from kidney to kidney. Thank you, Carolyn McMakin. I love it so much. And then I am lastly, sharing the vibrational biohacking. How many of you on the call today were able to join us last Thursday for Healy for Beginners and Beyond? Doc Steve, Ken Close, Jake Barron, and myself, we all went over the vibrational databases that we have. So if you have not, please go back and watch this video. It is on Healy World America's YouTube channel. They have their own playlist for beginners and beyond. And I mean, I even learned so much, and I use these things on the daily. So I call myself a biohacking mama because I want to help support families biohack from even a baby, like from the young ages, right? That it's something that it's a normal thing that we talk about, okay? So I love, 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 and I think I've talked about this before, the Bach flower remedies as a mother. I love these with my children. So because they're really working on the emotional states. And so whether you want to do it to your dogs, you're going to just do it to yourself or to clients, or you have children, all of these are working on our emotional and spiritual states, these analysis databases that we have. So please take time and go in and not only learn about yourself, but learn how you could support others in the biohacking of their mental states too, with the vibrational databases. And I mean, again, these are just amazing, I could call party tricks. I always start with the databases first when I'm analyzing people so they can see the clear data that is shared or information that is shared by Healy inside there. I'm going to stop sharing now for a second and finish reading. Have your paper and pencil ready. That's right. Last week was a lot. So I have a few moments. If anyone has any questions about how I biohack with Healy, I mean, even times when I go to bed, I will run frequencies on my wrist with my MagHealy on my stomach, or times I will be using microcurrent and the coil at the same time. These are all different ways that we can biohack with Healy as well. You don't just have to use one thing at a time. So if there's no questions, I thank you guys for spending the afternoon with me, and I will see you all next time. Bye, Healy family.